Since my review of The Mummy Returns did so well last month, becoming the most viewed video on my channel for last month, I thought, what the hey, I'm gonna knock this one out of the park. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a review of the film that was spun off from that, which came out a year after The Mummy Returns. Prepare yourselves, because here's my review of the film that made Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson a big star. The Scorpion King. This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2002 action adventure film The Scorpion King, released by Universal and directed by Chuck Russell. Starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, as he's credited as The Rock only, as the title character, fresh off after appearing as the character in The Mummy Returns, which made him a big star, which is why I really meant by the beginning, before I showed the logo. Along with Stephen Brand, Kelly Hu, Grant Heslov, and Michael Clarke Duncan. It's both a prequel and spin-off of the Mummy franchise and launched the Scorpion King film series. This marked Johnson's first leading role. Though it got mixed reviews, it still did pretty well at the box office. Now, the events of the film take place 5,000 years before the events of The Mummy and The Mummy Returns, revealing the origins of Matthias, I'm sorry if I mispronounced it, and his rise to power as the legendary hero, the Scorpion King. Now, the name is a reference to the historical king of the Proto-dynastic period of Egypt, King Scorpion. The film was released on April 19th, 2002, which that was just a hang on. Yes, which was close to being a year after The Mummy Returns was released. Let's go into the story. Before the time of the pyramids, a horde of warriors from the east, led by Memnon, invades and conquers almost the entirety of the local tribes. No tribe is willing to fight Memnon, and his sorceress Cassandra can foresee any attack. Matthias, along with his half-brother Jessup and their friend Rama, the only three true remaining Acadians, are hired by King Pharaoh of the free tribes to kill Memnon's sorceress for 20 blood rubies. The Acadians sneak into Memnon's camp but are ambushed by guards who were warned by Pharaoh's son Tekhmet, who pledged allegiance to Memnon and killed his father as proof of his betrayal. Rama is killed while Jessup is captured. Matthias finds Cassandra but spares her life before he is captured. After witnessing his brother's execution, Matthias, yeah, is buried up to his neck in the desert to be devoured by fire ants at dawn. He escapes with help from a fellow prisoner, the horse thief Arpid, and desires to finish his mission and avenge his brother. Matthias sneaks into Memnon's stronghold, Gomorrah, and enters Memnon's palace with the help of a street urchin. Memnon's sympathetic court magician Philos helps direct Matthias to the courtyard where Memnon is training. Matthias tries shooting Memnon from the watchtower, but instead saves the street urchin from having his hand cuffed by Tekhmet under suspicion of theft. He barely escapes Gomorrah, abducting Cassandra along the way. Memnon sends his warrior Thorak and a group of his men to kill Matthias and retrieve Cassandra. He provides Thorak with an arrow tipped with scorpion venom to kill Matthias, and he detects the following group and leads them into a nearby cave under cover of a sandstorm. Matthias kills Thorak and his men, but he is pierced with a poisoned arrow from a dying Thorak. Cassandra heals Matthias with her magical powers, believing that he is the world's best chance to kill Memnon and bring about peace. Although unsaid, Cassandra has secretly fallen in love with Matthias since he had spared and rescued her from Memnon, having been his prisoner since she was a child. Matthias, Arpid, and Cassandra run into Philos, who has perfected an explosive powder since his escape. However, they are ambushed by the rebels, now under the rule of the Nubian king Balthazar. Matthias defeats Balthazar in a fight and earns his reluctant respect and sanctuary, but Cassandra informs Matthias of two visions, one where Memnon and his army slaughtered the entire rebel camp, and the other where Matthias dies facing Memnon. Matthias reassures her that he will make his own destiny, and then the two make love. Alright, now for the ending. As always, you know the procedure. You have 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below. If you've seen the movie already, please continue. Okay, you've been warned. The next morning, Cassandra returns to Memnon to kill him and prevent her visions. Matthias, with help from Balthazar, Arpid, Philos, and the army of rebels, launches an all-out assault on Memnon's stronghold, facing Memnon personally before he can kill Cassandra. Balthazar takes on Memnon's forces alone and kills Tekhmet during the battle, thus avenging Pharaoh. The battle continues until a guard shoots Matthias, as predicted by Cassandra. As Memnon is about to claim victory, Cassandra kills the guard while Matthias retrieves his bow and pulls the arrow from his back. He fires the arrow at the exhausted Memnon, sending him off the roof to his death. Philos and Arpid use the explosive powder to destroy the palace's foundation, bringing down Memnon's forces. With the battle over, the remnants of Memnon's army bow before Matthias, who by their law is proclaimed the Scorpion King. In the aftermath, Matthias and Balthazar share a peaceful farewell as the latter returns to his kingdom. Cassandra foretells Matthias of a temporary period of peace and prosperity, and undeterred, Matthias decides that he will make his own destiny. End of story. So what did I think of the Scorpion King? Well, I'm gonna say this film's pretty underrated, but I feel like this is a very cool film and what have you. I've seen it a few times, just as much as I've seen the first two Mummy films, and I think it's awesome and what have you. I mean, this the saying for it was just superb, just like the Mummy films. I just feel like this had a lot of good action, what have you. Sure, it does have a few flaws and what have you, which you probably would know that already. But anywho, but overall, I found the Scorpion King to be awesome. The film sits at 41% on Rotten Tomatoes, where they say action adventure doesn't get much cheesier than the Scorpion King. Well, true and what have you, it does have, like I say, it has its flaws and what have you, and stuff like that. But even so, I found it to be entertaining and enjoyable. Metacritic has a score of 45, and CinemaScore has an average grade of B. Roger Ebert gave it a decent review, saying, "Here is a movie that embraces its goofiness like a get out of jail free card. The plot is recycled out of previous recycling jobs. The special effects are bad enough that you can grin at them, and the dialogue sounds like the pyramid pyramidal desert warriors are channeling a Fox sitcom. For its target audience, looking for a few laughs, martial arts, and stuff that blows up real good, it will be exactly what they expected. It has high energy, the action never stops, the dialogue knows it's funny, and The Rock has the authority to play the role and the fortitude to keep a straight face. I expect him to become a durable action star." Definitely, that's a big affirmative. Now, in minor okay review, Real Views said it's possible to make an engaging action adventure picture of this sort, but this film isn't it. Variety gave it a good review, saying the film rouses excitement mostly from stunt work and their agility rather than CGI excess. In a mildly positive review, the AV Club called the film prototypical summer movie fare designed to be consumed, enjoyed, and forgotten all at once. Entertainment Weekly gave it a mere C+, calling it plotting and obvious, but and that The Rock holds it together. The New York Post wasn't thrilled with, saying the film has none of the qualities, epic sweep, relative originality, and heartfelt bloodthirstiness that make Conan so tragically entertaining. Well, that may be, and why have you? Given the fact this was, well, a PG-13 rated film, not R, and why have you? I mean, it would have been pretty cool if there was an R-rated version, but no, that's probably unlikely because this got PG-13 just like the other two Mummy films. Anyway, um, now now I must admit I do like the the direction of this film, which was done by Chuck Russell, been who was already well known for directing Nightmare on Elm Street 3: Dream Warriors, the remake of The Blob from 1988, Eraser, and The Mask, which I'll be reviewing later on this month. Anyway, he does a pretty good job with the direction. John Debney does the score for the film, and that was awesome too. Yes, since Alan Silvestri did the score for the previous film, well, the second Mummy film, and Jerry Goldsmith did the score for the first Mummy film, being one of his last few. But enough said. But anyway, Debney does a good job. It does have a couple of rockin' tracks and what have you. I've heard the soundtrack before, but never did get it though. But anyway, you hear the songs Along the Way by the band Mushroomhead and the popular tune I Stand Alone by Sully Erna and Godsmack, which eventually became a big hit for them, and of course that would later get included on their third album, Faceless. The soundtrack became a modest seller, going gold. For our cast, we have Dwayne Johnson, of course, credited as The Rock, playing the titular character of Matthias, aka the Scorpion King. I'm going to say he's just as good as, well, in a way before, but you know how he turned out to be in the Mummy Returns. But enough said. Stephen Brand played Memnon. I gotta say he was good. Kelly Hu played Cassandra. I must say she was so incredible. Yeah, and a very beautiful sorceress too. You know what I'm saying? Grant Heslov played Arpid. He was good. Bernard Hill played Philos. Good. Michael Clarke Duncan played Baltazar. Of course, this was just a few, just a few years after he actually made it in The Green Mile with Tom Hanks. See, Pierre Fasinelli played Hackmet. Ralph Muller played Thorak, and Branscombe Richmond played Jessup, and Roger Rees played King Pharaoh. So the cast is pretty good. So the story's not too bad. It does have a pretty good ton of action, what have you, and thrills and all that jazz. And it has a very good cast and good music and score. So overall, The Scorpion King is a pretty awesome thrill ride of a prequel or spinoff. So would I recommend it? I would say this is kind of going to be a draw between sure, go ahead, or give it a one-time watch. If you are a hardcore completionist, if you want to see the origin of this character before the events of the Mummy Returns. Anyway, so after this, it would later go on to get, let's see, a couple of video games, and there would be, hold on a second. Okay, and the film would go on to have four sequels, which were released direct to video, but I've never seen any of them. I don't think they would hold a candle up to the first one though. So give the Scorpion King a watch if you've never seen it. So if you have seen the Scorpion King, let me know what you thought about in the comment section below. If you like this, click the like button, Subscribe and be a part of the Big D Nation. Please continue to help support my channel. Make it grow and make the views grow. Join me next time when I bring to you a review of Twister. Yes, I am going to go ahead and give you a review of that film before Twisters opens. Well, this Friday. So, if you like this, check out my reviews of the first two installments of the Mummy series. See my review of The Mummy from 1999 in the upper left-hand corner, or The Mummy Returns from 2001 in the upper right-hand corner, which I'll leave only Tomb of the Dragon Emperor I have yet to review. But if this does well, maybe I will review, but if not, no problem. Or if you'd like a little more of Dwayne Johnson, you can see my spoiler-free review of his recent hit film. Well, I saw our factory call it hit, but it wasn't. Well, it kind of underperformed, and that was Black Adam. And if you or go to the bottom right hand corner, click up. Well, it's a button you can click to subscribe or check out my channel. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.